The Lancashire crews are heading into the potentially hostile territory of the White Rose. Preston's Mark Clegg rides shotgun. Lunch awaits the gentlemen aviators at Kilnsey. So too does a minor problem, like nowhere to land. What was expected to be, quote, a small caravan rally in one corner of the field now takes up 3/4 of the landing ground, leaving the crews a tricky pinpoint approach, complicated by downdrafts of air from the surrounding hills. The natives are clearly impressed. With the old firm of Hudson and Ball safely down, the taciturn Bob Calvert swings in to make his run. And he gets it right. As the current rally leader, Calvert can afford to taxi away and track down his lunch, leaving Bob Bailey to enthuse at the man from the local paper.
First time you land in these fields, first time you see the field is when you're landing in it, like, so it's really quite difficult. And the wind conditions, with it being gusty and across the valley here.
And coming over the...
the cliff, yeah, it's quite, it's quite tricky.
Psychologically, you put off. You wouldn't normally choose it if you were out for a day's flying.
So
it's a minute behind.
Fantastically well run, and the views through the lakes were incredible. I mean, we didn't have that much time through the lakes, but we came through the pass, whatever they call it. Is it Rhinos?
Came through Rhinos Pass and then down Lake Windermere to the coast.
It was startling, the views. It was so crisp and clear in the morning. And you could see about 40 miles straight, all the way down through Morecambe, down to Blackpool. We shouldn't have been looking down there, but we were. Yeah, you did.
Bailey, back on home ground, is having a whale of a time. Calvert, the Lancashireman, is confident, determined and succinct.
Quite simple leg, that one. We got all 9 fairly simply, so no problems at all. It's been about 2 seconds on the landing, so...
You've been over 2 ranges of mountains so far. What particular problems do you get doing that kind of thing?
There's been no problems at all. The machines are built to fly in those sort of conditions, and there's no problems.
What about the problems of navigation?
I've got a good navigator. But it's destroyed my map, look at it! Pilot's not so good, but the navigator's great. We're doing okay so far.
Do you think so?
Yes.
How do you know?
Well, we know we've done virtually perfect. Perfect or nearly perfect, so nobody can be much better than us.
You're sounding pretty confident. It's only halfway through.
A long way to go, yeah. A long way.
That's true. And so, with takeoff at St Bees 5 hours behind them, to the inner man. Luncheon is provided by the gentlemen aviators' ground-based heroines, the ladies. The most dangerous terrain is behind the crews. Ahead lie worries about increasing tiredness and worsening weather. And with more than 100 miles still to go, they have yet to reach the halfway mark. This journey will be continued. Six mechanical dragonflies at rest in the Yorkshire Dales. Their flight crews are competing against the weather, the terrain and each other in a rally over the nation, coast to coast across the roof of England. Here at Kilnsey there's 5 hours of competition behind them, at the halfway mark still to come. It's as much a test of the navigator as of the pilot.
Yeah.
Probably the place then there.
Oh, in that case, why is that road so close then? It's just diagrammatic, isn't it? It's not in scale.
That's all it is, yeah.
There are no other markers between here and Pateley Bridge
Markers have been pegged out along the zigzag route. The crews must find them to win points. It's not a race, but a rally, which will be won by navigation and airmanship.
In the time you're giving us?
Yes, because we'd actually given you far more time than was necessary because we didn't know how far the balloon was going to blow out of course. So you'll have plenty of time for it.
Yeah.
These are most of the leading figures in ultra-lightweight aviation. Bob Bailey of Leeds, captain of the world-beating British hang gliding team, one of the few who bother to wear a parachute. Bailey lies fourth. John Hudson and Jeff Ball, who build and test these machines at their factory in Rochdale, lying second. Mark Hughes and pilot Eden Blythe from North Yorkshire in fifth position. It's his job to teach people to fly these things. From Blackburn, Tony Wells with navigator Ian Rawson snuggling up behind. They're last. The brothers Clegg, pride of Preston, currently lying third. The leading pilot, also from Blackburn, the tough and taciturn Bob Calvert. Only Andy Wiseman tells him where to go. He's got the maps, somewhere. This is flying in the dawn patrol tradition. Sticks and string and seat of the pants. Space-age design has ironed out most of the risks. But as they turn to the wind for takeoff, the crews know that mountains, weather and human frailty create their own perils. From the starting point at the Cumbrian headland of St Bees, the teams have already flown 90 miles over 2 mountain ranges, with more than 100 still to go to the Yorkshire coast. This next leg will take them 35 miles by a winding route from Kilnsey in the Dales to the stately home of Newby Hall, near Ripon, in the Vale of York. There's a tricky wind blowing as the Blackburn bomber Tony Wells gets airborne.
Come on, you cow! And off we go. Woohoo! 90 degrees, isn't it? Yep. I didn't mean that way. That's the way I wanted to go.
The fiendish BBC have secreted tape recorders aboard the planes. Wells dropped his into Windermere, but has been re-equipped. With 3 Lancashire crews ahead of him, Leeds' Bob Bailey opens up and plays to the local crowd for all he's worth. Our flying cameraman, Sid Peru, follows the Cleggs.
Right, this is Grassington coming home.
So it's on right-hand side of the river, is it?
Yeah, we go past Grassington now.
I hope you know where this balloon is.
Despite the racket from overhead, the Morris dancing continues unabated, as the Cleggs hunt for, of all things, a deflated hot air balloon. On its side is written the next course to steer.
Somewhere down here on right-hand side of this river. Is it this river or not?
Yeah, this is a river wharf.
That blue thing, is that it?
Yeah.
You tell me north first, what it says north. And then give me some headroom if you can. Right, they're reading down. North's on the left, 03.2. West's on the right, 53.9.
Have you got it?
Yep.
03.2, 53.9, write it down.
The balloon should have been flying to provide an even more tricky target to find, but high winds meant that it couldn't get off. The crews, though, have the information they need to find the next marker. But the crew of the Blackburn bomber are having difficulty matching their maps with the ground.
I don't think that is Paisley Bridge. This is, yeah. You sure? Yeah. Right, down here. There, Paisley Bridge. Yeah, that's we now should be heading that direction, 135. We go down the right-hand side of the... Ah, yeah. Yeah, sorry. You're right, pal. All right. We're supposed to be looking for some rocks.
It might be that place there where...
That's the rocks, yeah, that's them. That's where we're looking for.
It looks a bit rocky, doesn't it?
Let's
Yeah,
get
rocks.
on.
There it is, little time, rocks.
They're rocks, aren't they? That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Well, just fly over
the rocks, see if we can see a marker. Yeah, right, all right, lad.
There's no fooling Wells and Rawson, fast developing as the rally comedians. It's the strange landscape of Brimham Rocks.
There, a marker down there. Have you got it? Right. Can you see it? Yeah, dot. Orange marker, blank. Right, got it. Off we go. Back follow them now. Oh, yeah, might as well. All three's it right.
When in doubt, follow the man in front. In this case, Rochdale's very own aviation industry, Hudson and Bull, still in second place. Fountains Abbey, where in the 12th century the sponsors of the Cistercian monks spent a fortune to spread the word. The marker's there, right in the middle of the ruined, yet still magnificent architecture. A romantic centrepiece for the classically landscaped gardens of Studley Royal. Like Brimham Rocks, it's in the care of the National Trust. The markers, each bearing a different symbol, have been laid in odd spots across the country by 30 anonymous heroes. Without their efforts, the whole day would have been nothing more than a mere outing.
Look for the racetrack, we're just south of the racetrack. Just south of Ripon. Got to be over there somewhere. That's Dismouth there.
The leading pilot, Bob Calvert, arms and brain now beginning to feel the effects of prolonged concentration.
About there. Alright, it's up to you now to get us there in 8.5 minutes.
As the crews chase the vital seconds, Ripon Cathedral drifts by 2,000 feet below, utterly timeless, as befits one of the oldest Christian buildings in the country. In the Dark Ages, they built the house of God first, and then the house of man. Three miles to the southeast, classical sunken gardens and rose beds rise from the banks of the River Ure as a cultured, formal setting for Newby Hall.